Hello, beautiful soul. It's Anna T. Brooks here, your soul purpose activator, and welcome to this week's weekly energy oracle card reading for the week the 6th to the 12th of May 2024. If you feel like I've got a little bit of a different energy today, that's pretty spot on. I am about halfway through my third day into my water fast at the moment, so definitely feeling a little bit extra clear. So I'm really excited to do this reading for you and see what's coming up for this week. What is the energy that you're working with this week? So as always, we have our Work Your Light Oracle card deck. This is the one I'll be using to pull the 3 cards, where I will be pulling forward energy for the conscious energies, so the sort of mindset type energies, what's going on, what are you aware of this week. The physical, tangible card, and this is more of like what is going on in your physical circumstances, what are you going to be aware of is actually coming up. It can be more that you're going to really see coming through this week in terms of actual physical situations and tangible results. And then we've got the unconscious card. So this is more of the spirit, the subconscious, the things that are going on behind the scenes that you might not be aware of unless you kind of really tap in and really understand what's going on. So I like to call it the mind, body, spirit spread. And that's kind of what we cover, is what's happening with the mind, with the body, and with the spirit this week for you. Once I finished that one as well, I have the Angel Answer Oracle cards. This is something I just started last week, and I'm going to do it again, where I will be pulling 3 cards. So this is where if you have a question, you can think about that question ahead of time. I'll be pulling 3 cards. You select which one feels like it's pulling you, and that will have the answer to your question. So let us begin. By the way, say hello if you're watching the live recording on Facebook, or if you are watching the replay on YouTube. Always do say hello. I'd love to hear from you, and let me know how you've been going and how you've been finding the readings. Good morning, Amanda. Lovely to see you. Okay, so let's get into it. So as I said, Work Your Light Oracle card deck. This is the one that we're going to be using. Now, I've already got the cards. I've done a big shuffle, so I'm actually going to jump in straight away and shuffle them through to pick the 3 cards for the weekly energies. So for the first one, for the mind, let's see what comes through. Oh, that one wanted to come out. Okay. Card 2 for the physical. Oh, nope, that's a whole pile of them. Yep, let's try again. Oh, there it goes. That one flipped out. And card number 3 for the spirit. There it goes. Okay. Interesting. This week is very clear. I always love to also read the energy of the actual card pull, because that tells me so much. Sometimes it's like it takes a lot longer shuffling for the cards to come out. This time they came out very quickly. So it's like whatever the message is this week, I feel like it's going to be a very clear one, and it's going to pop up for you quite quickly. So let's begin. The first card we have for the mind card is Get Grounded. So that's the card there, Get Grounded. And just underneath it says empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So this is telling me that this week, in terms of this, because this is also, obviously Get Grounded is more of a physical kind of, card generally speaking, but it has come up in the mindset position. So this is telling me that your mind is going to need some grounding this week. Apart from just your body needing it, and your body, enjoying maybe going and putting your feet on the grass, getting into some water, walking barefoot, whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be more so the mindset this time. And so what it is this week is tuning into that, whatever it is that makes your mind settle. So the ideas that are coming to my mind right now could be, for example, watching a something funny, right? Something that you don't have to tune into, maybe a comedy show that you like, but something that just lets your mind relax and get those endorphins and that oxytocin flowing, right? Maybe reading a good book that you really just want to cuddle up with. And again, you take your mind out of your current situation and into something else. Maybe it's journaling, right? That's another kind of physical way to kind of ground your mind energy. So it's telling me that this week you're going to find yourself maybe a little bit, there's going to be things that will come up that will challenge you, that you might come out a little bit too much into your mind, a little bit too much into your thoughts, and you might start to lose kind of traction and lose connection to yourself and really to what you truly want. So it's important to bring yourself back and ground your mind when that does happen, right? So when that does happen, find those ways that you can bring your mind back to yourself, back to your connection. Don't give your power away. Don't get caught up in what everyone else is doing and everyone else is saying and what else is happening. And even your own tasks, right? If you do find yourself getting a little too caught up and maybe in the worry as well, that's the other word that's coming through, is kind of worry or stress. If there's things happening around you that normally would cause you to stress out or to start worrying about things happening, this is the time to actually ground a little bit deeper. Take a break for your mind and bring yourself back to you. So that's the first card. The second card is the Trust Your Path. So this is for the body position. So this is the physical, tangible energy this week. Okay, so trust your path. So if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Is what it says at the bottom of the card. So this being in the physical card, this means that this week there are going to be opportunities that come up in terms of your physical space, in terms of actual situations, in terms of other people, or in terms of yourself and the way that you're progressing through your life this week, to really choose to trust your path, right? To not second guess yourself. There might be some choices or some opportunities that come up this week where it's like, do I go in this direction or do I go in this direction? Do I do this or do I do this? Do I speak up or do I not say anything? All of these kinds of things. And this is where it's important this week to trust that you know what is right for you and to follow through on that, not to be taken away by fear or doubt or worrying what someone else might think or someone else might say, right? Because this is in the physical, so it may involve other people as well. But to actually really, really trust that if you know deep down what is right for you, if you can tap into your body, into your soul, into your spirit and your intuition and your gut, and it says this is the right thing to do, trust that, because you will absolutely get the best results from it this week. This is not the week to try to just kind of calmly not try and push too many buttons or go through anything. This is definitely the week to trust your path and to make sure that when those decisions do come up, when those choices or opportunities present themselves throughout the week, know that you need to trust yourself and follow through on that, because that is the way that you're going to get through this the absolute best way. And I can already kind of see how this fits with the first card that we had as well, because obviously if you're getting too much in your mind and you're starting to overthink everything, you're moving away from that connection, right? So then you're less likely to actually make the decisions and make the choices and make the moves that are you trusting your path and trusting what you want to actually see come to fruition. You're much less likely to do that if your mind is really, really clogged, full of worry and doubt and what are other people going to say, what's going to happen, what could possibly go wrong, how could I possibly stuff this up? When you're in your mind like that, it's hard to get into the body to trust. So these two really, really do feed into each other. Okay, third card, let's have a look. So this is for the spirit card. So this is more the subconscious, underlying energies. Oh, beautiful. Lemuria. And underneath it says, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So I'm going to quickly just grab the book because I know it said, yeah, so Lemuria or Mu is one of Earth's lost lands where heaven really was a place on earth. So it's a lost civilization, basically, right? And so the energy that I'm feeling from this is underlying this week is that there's this sort of subconscious underlying drive within you to create your life the way that you've always dreamed of. That there's like a part of you that just refuses to give up on the vision, right? On this, it's almost like I'm getting as well like childhood, right? So if you think back to when you were a child, what was it that you really desired? What was it that you really kind of thought your life was going to be? And I don't mean necessarily the specifics, but how you thought it was going to be as an adult. You probably imagined, as a child, we tend to imagine all the freedom that comes with being an adult because now we don't have parents or guardians telling us what to do. We don't have anyone kind of doing anything for us. It's all freedom. We can do what we want. And there's this childlike sort of dream of like, as an adult, I'm going to be free. I'm going to have so many things. Now, obviously, as an adult, we get to find out that that freedom comes with more responsibility. But as a child, you don't feel that. You don't realize that as much. And so it's kind of like this underlying feeling this week that you might be tapping into and seeing opportunities and seeing little insights coming through of where it is that maybe you've forgotten that dream, that feeling inside of you of what it is that you desire, and it's starting to creep through, it's starting to creep in and kind of remind you that you really are here to create your own heaven on earth. You are here for this lifetime to do what you can with it, right? And it's not about creating it for somebody else, living by somebody else's rules, doing the things that are expected of you. That's all, like, we all have to deal with different aspects and challenges and parts of the responsibility of being an adult. However, we also definitely get to choose to craft that adult life the way that we choose. And even if it hasn't been the way that you wanted up until now, it's like this has been kind of reignited for you now. There's this feeling this week of reignition of that childlike, that beautiful kind of sense of, I desire that freedom to choose my life, to choose how I'm moving forward, to choose what I do, to choose whom I'm around, to choose how I spend my time, right? And there's that sort of underlying. So this is something that probably you're not going to be thinking about quite as much. This isn't in the mindset position, it's in the soul position. So this is more of an underlying energy. It's almost like you might be getting slightly itchy feet and kind of thinking about, you know, something, I need more fun, I need more joy, I need more freedom, I need something to change in my life. And it's kind of like a building energy. So that's what's come through for the 3 cards. So just tying them together again. So we've got get grounded for the mindset. So we talked about the need to bring your mindset back to you, back to your energy when your mind starts to take off a little bit and go down, you know, paths and go down thought trails that don't serve you. Bring it back, ground yourself. That actually reminded me, breathing. Breathing is a really, really beautiful way to actually ground your mind, because it floods all of your brain cells with oxygen and with everything, with energy again. We've got trust your path for the body card. So this is again interlocking together. Trust yourself when you're making decisions this week. Don't make decisions based out of fear or worry or pressure from somebody else. Make sure you're making those choices for yourself that you know are right for you. And then we have Lemuria for the final card for spirit. There's an underlying feeling of that childlike wonder, that childlike dreams that we have of what is it that you're really here to create. That's kind of brewing this week in the back pocket. Okay, perfect. So now we jump into angel answer cards. So again, if you have a question in mind that you would like an answer to, it's best if it's sort of like a yes/no type question, because that's just how these angel answer cards work best. So if you do have a question like that, keep it in your thoughts now while I shuffle. I'm going to draw out 3 cards, and then I'm going to read these ones actually from the book, because I do like to use the book for this one. All right, there's one. Okay. So thinking about your question while I draw these, and then I will pull up the cards. Oh, there we go. There's 2. And whoop, nope, that's too many. One last one for card number 3. What wants to come through? There it is. Perfect. All right, we have our 3 cards. So I'm going to pull them up so you can choose which one you feel called to. So keeping your question in your mind, deep breath. This is card number 1. This is card number 2. This is card number 3. Okay, so knowing which card you picked out, let's have a read through of them for the answer to your question. So card number 1, we have look for a sign. Look for a sign. Okay, so I'm going to read this straight from the book here. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning to you. Many people see white feathers to indicate that their angels are with them, or they may smell scents from their childhood that they connect with a family member. Signs require focused attention, so be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidences at this time. They are a message especially designed for you. Beautiful. Okay. We have the scammers on again. My apologies, guys. I will get rid of them afterwards. I just realized the scam messages. They always love to find me. That's okay. All right. Second card. So if you have chosen the second pile, the second card, this is your answer. Wait. Okay, so this one is wait. So your situation is going to require a little patience. Your angels are not saying no, but they are saying not yet. Sometimes heaven needs a little extra time to make all the pieces fall perfectly into place. What you are asking for may have an effect on the lives of others. When that occurs, it can take additional preparation to make sure that everyone's needs are seen to. Be patient so that all who are involved can have the experience they're meant to have. Okay, so that's the second answer. And then third card, if you chose the third card, we have compromise. Compromise. And let's read this one for you. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also, take note of what matters, where you would be open to changing your position. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. So interesting how that one's aligned with the weekly reading energy as well, right? About, being able to take on other people's opinions, but still staying true to your path, right? Trusting your path this week. So if you chose that card, I feel like that's a little bit intertwined there. So that was the 3 cards for the angel answer reading for your question. And that wraps us up for this reading for this week. So I hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know. Always pop a comment in. Let me know how this is vibing for you. Pop a love or a like as well. I always love to know that this is being received and that this is resonating with you. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for those who tuned in live. Thank you if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube. And yes, I'm a little bit scattered with this water fast. As always, my mind just kind of goes woo, and I feel like I'm laser focused on everything. So here we are, breathing through it. Sending you so much love, and I cannot wait for next week's reading. Mwah!